Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Welcome back to Talk Basha. I hope you all are doing well. In today's video, we will be discussing whether Antoine Griezmann and Ousmane Dembele has a future at Barcelona. We will be discussing about their current updates and also the tactical side of their game, discussing everything in detail. So sit back and relax and let's get on with today's video. First of all, let's start with Antoine Griezmann, the player Barca paid 120 million to sign him. It was a very controversial move for him. First season at Barcelona, he did provide us subpar performances, but he did improve his game in the second season at Barcelona, especially in the Copa del Rey games where he did provide us much needed goals at some crucial times. But the main problem with Antoine Griezmann is his wages. He's on pretty high wages, and especially the type of contract Bartomeu did provide him. We have to keep in mind as season goes by, and if he stays, his wages will increase every season. He already earns more than 500k per week, and given our current situation, we cannot afford to pay that much amount. We have to bear in mind that we still have not been able to register Messi because, according to La Liga guidelines, we have to reduce our wage bill. Few days ago, there were reports suggesting Griezmann-Saul swap deal. Many reliable journalists and newspaper did say that the deal is almost done, but as of recently, things have stalled pretty much because Barcelona believed that if they managed to get Saul, they would be saving around 400k per week. Personally, I don't think it was some masterclass or brilliant deal, but given our current situation, I can understand it. Recent reports were suggesting that Griezmann has said to the club that he would only leave for Atletico Madrid. So, given our current situation, his contract situation has to be taken care of. Otherwise, we are going to face big problems. So now let's discuss the tactical side of Antoine Griezmann. In the first season, during the starting matches of pre-season when Messi and Suarez were injured, he was more or less played down the middle, playing as a number 9, staying between the two centre-backs, or sometimes dropping deep and creating our play. But when the season started, when both Messi and Suarez were starting, Griezmann was shifted to the left wing, but here comes the big problem. He's not a kind of player who is going to stay out wide, maintaining that width. He would love to drop deep and create our play. But if that happens, both of them, Messi and Griezmann, will be occupying the same position, and that's not going to work out. And thus, for that, most of the time, Griezmann was ghosted down the left-hand side, limiting his play, limiting his opportunities. But in some matches, he was given opportunities to play down the middle, even at the right-hand side, but that too didn't work out brilliantly. But in the second season, Koeman did try to change things up. He changed the formation, changing it up to 4-2-3-1, where Griezmann was using the right-hand side for the starting few matches, but clearly he was low in confidence. Sometimes he was making those in behind runs, but he wasn't being picked by our midfielders. He got his first goal around 5 to 6 matches later, but as season went by, he did up his game, and when Koeman did change the formation to a hybrid 4-3-3, he was deployed on the left-hand side. He was getting picked by Messi and he was understanding the runs. He was given that free role, sometimes with Messi being the most advanced player and Dembele maintaining that width on the right hand side. So basically, he did have a better second season than the first, but whatever happens, Griezmann's work ethic has to be praised. He always tries to give his best, but whatever happens, his wages has to be lowered if he's going to stay. So now let's move on to Ousmane Dembele, the player who arrived from Borussia Dortmund for 105 million plus 40 million euros add-ons. His entire time at Barcelona, he has been injured mostly. Even right now, he's injured and he's not expected to return to the next couple of months at least, provided if things go out as planned. Ousmane Dembele's situation is pretty peculiar. Every time he gets injured, it always has to be some kind of big injury. It's never just a knock or maybe out for a few days or few weeks. It always has to be something big, including surgeries. He has missed around a total of 85 games for Barcelona since he joined in 2017. He's always that player that we think who is young and also has a lot of potential, but his injuries create problems. Yes, last season we did saw somewhat a better version of Ousmane Dembele and also saw glimpses of what he is capable of. Even at Euros, we thought Dembele would finally be making a mark at the France national team. But once again, he got injured. And right now, given his contract situation, it does expire next summer. Barcelona were hoping that if a right offer does arrive, Barcelona were willing to sell him and make some money out of him. There were reports suggesting that Man United were interested, but now everything has changed. He's absolutely going nowhere this summer, given his injury situation. Laporta has to find a way to negotiate with him because we cannot afford to lose him for free next summer. But I think Dembele will renew with the club until and unless something drastic change happens. Now moving on to the tactical side of Ousmane Dembele. He's a very versatile player who can play on either of the wings, doesn't really have a weaker foot to be honest. Yes, he's not at all a finished product. He has a lot to improve, especially in his decision making and his final product. Although he's a good at maintaining the width, stretching the pitch, and also good with his in-behind runs he make. Another great asset of Ousmane Dembele is his pace and his explosiveness. One-on-one situation, he can leave the defender for dead. Even last season, when we did saw the most of Ousmane Dembele in his time at Barcelona, he was deployed as a right winger in every formation, whether it be a 4-2-3-1 or whether it be a hybrid 4-3-3. But at the end of the last season, when Koeman decided to switch to a three at the back formation, he was playing as our most advanced player, making those in-behind runs, especially last season against the match against Sevilla when we first saw the three at the back formation. So we have to wait and see how the situation unfolds. And we all know Laporta is not a person who is going to accept anything less than the best. So that's it for today's video, guys. Do let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below of what more do you think about Dembele or Griezmann. Up till then, don't forget to like, share, comment, and hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you on the next one.